morning. It's morning here. It's 11:30. Just left Fairbanks, Alaska. And yes, I know I have a crack in my windshield. Everybody up here's got cracked windshields. That's just how it is up here. A lot of gravel, especially on the Alaska Highway, which is where I got this crack. I'm on the Parks Highway today. The Alaska Highway's got a lot of gravel patches on it. So you end up getting cracked windshields. And windshields up here are a premium. You're going to pay about twice for a windshield up here as you will in the lower 48. So people tend to hold out as long as possible before changing them. Anyway, I got two 45-foot trailers on behind me, a reefer and a dry van, but they're empty. Going down to Anchorage because they need trailers put on the boat to go down the lower 48 to load freight and bring back. I just came down from Anchorage, or came up from Anchorage last night, or early this morning. Waited around about, I don't know, 2 hours, and they got me this made to go back. Just starting to fall asleep, man. I'm just starting to doze off. And she sends me a text. I'm like, man, I gotta go. I gotta make some money. I can't turn it down. Yeah, we'll see how I do on this hill. I've spun out on this hill a few times. It's not real steep per se, but it's long. And even empty, when you have two 45-foot trailers, you know, you get a pretty good it's a pretty good pull. And this lane looks clear, but there's a lot of ice on it. Sky today. The sun's just now popping up over the hills there. Days are getting longer. We're getting about 4 hours of daylight in Fairbanks now. A little more in Anchorage. So a little more daylight than we have been getting. Kind of spun out there for a second. Or I lost a little traction. Get over here in the snow a little bit. Right, kind of help me out. You got to get out of these areas where everybody else has been driving on, because they drive over the snow and then it turns into ice. See, there it goes again. I'm gonna get off of that. Lose traction again. You can see where other trucks have been running on this shoulder. This road right up here is usually where, if you're going to spin out, it's usually where you do it. I really don't feel like putting chains on this morning, so hopefully we get up it with no problem. Seem to be doing all right. you got two trailers, you know, you've got extra pivot points. You got a pivot point on your truck and your lead trailer. Then you've got a pivot point at the back of the lead trailer and where the converter dolly hooks into it. Then you've got a pivot point where the back trailer is connected to the dolly. So you kind of lose traction. You just kind of start swaying like a snake. Wiggling, I should say. But there's the top. We got a few more hills, but not as long and steep as this one. I don't know why they don't throw some sand on it. Freaks a lot of guys out, you know, when they first come up here. But as long as you keep it on the pavement, you're alright. No big deal. The sun is bright. You don't get a lot of bright sunny days up here this time of year. Take it easy on these curves because this road is slick, man. One thing with one trailer, but two trailers, you got to take it easy. Get out of the way, bird. Get out of the way. There you go. Warm day for Fairbanks. It's 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually this time of year it should be like minus 20, minus 30. Hell, it can even be minus 40. I think it's supposed to get down below zero tonight, but I think it's only supposed to be like 5, 10 below. It's not bad. It's going to be warmer down here in Anchorage. I'd rather the cold myself. It gets above freezing in Anchorage and then the snow turns into ice. Just makes the road slick. I may be making a change, I don't know yet. Maybe making a change where I'm going to be running from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska to Texas and then back up. Not 100% sure yet, but it's in the works. We'll see if it works out. God willing, I'll say that. It's in His hands, you know. I put it in His hands, and that's all I can do. Anyway, that's about it, I guess. Not much going on. Doing a little slipping and sliding. Now, you see, they put sand right here coming up this hill, coming this way. But they never put sand on that first hill, that one I was on back there, and that's the steepest hill. But they won't sand it, but they'll sand this hill. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And they don't use salt in Alaska. They'll use sand, but they don't use salt. Now, why they sanded this one and they didn't sand that one back there, I do not know. I do not know. And that first hill back there where I kept losing traction. That's the only hill going south that gives me trouble. There's a few more kind of steep hills, but they don't give me trouble like that one does. So I don't get that, and I don't get why they won't sand it. 3 times already this year I've had to chain up on that hill when I'm heavier than I am today. But even today, you know, I'm losing traction back there. I don't know what that's about, but it's like they're dead set against sanding it. I don't know. Maybe I should talk to somebody from the state. But like I said, they don't use salt, man. Alaska really doesn't do a great job to keeping their roads clean. They plow them, but that's about it. I mean, they won't put any salt down. They don't put any pre-treatment down. Like where I live in Texas, you know, they pre-treat the roads when they know there's about to be some kind of winter weather. They don't do that up here. Look at the road. We always take all the road we need as long as there's nobody coming. It's just something that they do up here. If you can kind of straighten the curves out a little bit when it's icy like this, it helps. Come in. It's that deer. They're talking and not paying attention. See, they sanded the hell out of this hill. I don't get it, man. And that's it. This is the whole hill right here. But they sanded it. But they wouldn't sand that one back there. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, they sanded it really good. Makes no sense. The one hill that gives me trouble, and they just won't sand it. I can see the sand from here. Yep. I don't get it, man. I do not get it. There's one more kind of long hill. It's the last one up here. I'm curious if they sanded it or not. This is pretty fresh too. The other side, you can tell it's been a minute since they sanded it, but this side's pretty fresh. They just did this morning. Sand or not, I'm taking it easy on these curves. Just set. It says it's a 55 mile an hour curve, but with it set, you better slow down to about 40, 45. When it's like this. In the summertime, the road's dry, you know, you could take it a little quicker. I tell you what though, I'll take the slick roads all day long. You see what little traffic there is. I mean, and I've run into it. I'll run into a slow car or truck or something every once in a while. I got to get around. I've got a truck behind me now. He's kind of way back there a little bit, but for the most part, there's not much traffic to get down to Anchorage. So I'll take the winter weather over a bunch of traffic any day. Any day. I can deal with the slick roads a lot better than I can deal with idiots on the road. Anyway, I'll probably go ahead and end this video here. There's not much going on. Not much to see. set, as they call them, which is two 45-foot trailers or a 53-foot trailer and a 40-foot trailer. There's all different combinations you can run up here. You can't legally run two 53s. You can run two 45-footers, and I believe you can run two 48-footers. You can't run two 53-footers. But the thing you got to remember is you're on a 55-mile-an-hour curve, especially, like I say, in this kind of weather. You need to drop that by 10 miles an hour, because that back trailer is going to push you. Even empty, that back trailer is going to push you. It's always trying to push you. It's always trying to get ahead of you. It's the momentum. And of course, you start pulling the hill, and it wants to drag you back. Even when you go to turn, you got to slow down, because that back trailer is trying to push you forward while your truck's turning left. Right there. See him way up there, the plow. That's probably the guy's been dropping sand. Oh, there's two of them. Damn it, there's one right down there. I didn't realize there was one that close to me. Crap, 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 crap. Crap, crap. Against the plow guys. I like the plow guys. There's plowing off the shoulder. Let's see. It's going to get over, I guess. Top of this hill. Make sure there's no one coming. Let's see. About my business. It's pretty good etiquette up here on the roads, at least with the trucks. You know, in the wintertime, like I said, it can easily get minus 40. Your truck goes down on you, you know, shuts down, for whatever reason, you could die real quick without any heat. You could die really, really quick. I've got a heated blanket back there. As long as I've got juice in my batteries, you know, that helps. But yeah, cars too. You know, if you're coming across here, usually I'm coming across here late at night, and you see a car on the shoulder or whatever and a pull out. If I see smoke coming out of their exhaust, I know, okay, their engine's running. You know, they're okay. You know, if it's minus 30 out here or something, if nothing coming out of their exhaust and there's somebody in there, then you need to stop, you know, see what's up. But like I said, they can die real quick. Now a lot of times there's no one in the car. It broke down, they got a ride or whatever, and you're good. But it's always good to check. But the truck drivers up here are much more, say professional. Yeah, I'll say professional. Not all of them. I've run into a few knuckleheads, but most of them are pretty professional. They don't play around. It's not a place to play games up here. Play games up here, you get yourself hurt. Or someone else. much excitement, which I like that. That means, I'm not sliding off a hill or sliding backwards or spinning out and having to put on chains or jackknifing or anything like that. So boring is good on these roads. Maybe not good for somebody watching the video, but it's good for me. Beside me, so I'm taking both lanes. There's a truck behind me, but he's in no big hurry to pass me. I don't think he can. He's probably loaded. At least he hasn't done it yet. He's been behind me since I came out of Fairbanks. Side of my truck in the snow over here. Get some traction. Transmission in the world. 13 speed's good too. I like a 13 or an 18 speed. There's too many gaps between gears with a 10 speed. And obviously don't have near enough gears with a 10 speed if you're pulling sets like this. Now you can get away with pulling those short doubles down in the lower 48, but these full-size trailers, 10 speed's not enough. Anyway, I keep saying I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to end it because nothing going on and it's kind of boring. I'm going to clip along here, and I don't have a signal right here, but I get where I get a signal, I'm going to listen to a podcast or something. There's no radio stations. You can't get any satellite radio in Alaska. It's very difficult. It's spotty. It's not worth getting the service. So it's basically podcasts. Just listening, not watching anything, just listening. Anyway, that's it. I'd appreciate a like. Thanks for watching.